Hey, what's up, gamers? It's your boy, Church of Caboose, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. This video, I want to show you guys how I have found the most efficient way to farm for the red bars of the Season of the Opulent weapon, specifically the Austringer, Drang, Meta multi-tool, and the, Beloved. That's the one I just did. So if you like this video and this sounds interesting to you, keep on watching, as well as like the video, comment down below, and subscribe. So let's get on into this. So in order to craft the opulent weapons, which is Austringer, Beloved, Drang, and the Meta Mini multi-tool, the thing I always screw up saying when I'm recording this, you need to get a red frame of that weapon. In order to craft that weapon, you have to get 5 red frames. So if you wanted to craft yourself a quick draw snapshot Beloved, you need to have at least 5 red frames completed, and then you turn in that resonant once you completed the red frame in order to actually craft yourself that Beloved, right? So there's a lot of RNG that plays here into getting these weapons, and there's 2 main ways of getting the red frames of these weapons, and I think they're really the only 2. The first option is you could run around the free world of the Leviathan and open up the open world chests. You know, they're all over the place. Mostly they're going to be in the royal pools or the pleasure gardens, and hope that one of those chests eventually drops you a key.
And he prays!
Seems to be it's about 1 key for every 10 or so chests. Seems to be about what it is, but please don't quote me on it. If you know exactly what it is, comment down below, or if you think I'm wrong, also let me know, because if I'm wrong, I need to know so I can maybe let everyone else know, hey, it's worse or better than that. All right, then the other way you have of getting these red frame weapons is you can collect opulent energy and turn that energy in for these different engrams at the Crown of Sorrow, little artifact thing in the helm. Now you got 2 engrams that you could use to decode them with. You got one that takes 7 opulent energy and one that takes 27 opulent energy. The 7 opulent energy will give you a random weapon from the opulent weapons. So that includes the Austringer, Drang, multi-tool, and Beloved, right? So you get 1 in 4 shot of one of those being the weapon, and then you have a chance that weapon will be a red bar. So it's very similar to opening up the chests. Then the other way is to pick the exact weapon you want to decode, which you have to have unlocked with the Figments of Darkness or whatever in your Crown of Sorrow upgrade table thing. All right, and once you have that upgrade, you can pick a specific weapon you want to pick out, and that weapon will have a really good chance of having a red bar drop. So far, it seems to be about half the time a red bar drops. I've only turned in between 4 to 6 of these engrams for the specific weapons, and I've gotten 2, maybe 3 of them to be red bars. So it seems to be approximately half chance that weapon is going to be a red framed weapon, and so that's going to be your best bet for focus targeting a weapon you want to craft. Okay, so that's going to be the first thing we're going to want to do, but it takes a lot of that opulent energy to get it up. In order to get opulent energy, you have to have these vestiges, which are things that you turn into a harvester at the end of the containment activity, and that's what drops you the opulent energy and some other stuff, including potentially an opulent key. So there's a lot of grind that can go into this, but I have found there's a pretty decent way to do a whole bunch of things at the same time, and that's why I thought I would share this with you guys. So if you already have at least 1 crafted weapon that you're hoping to rank up, this is what is going to be most ideal for you in this strategy I'm about to share with you guys. If you don't have one, this will still be really efficient once you have a weapon to craft and you want to get the next red bar weapon, because it's kind of hard to target farm both an Austringer and a Beloved. If you're a PvP guy at the same time, you can kind of do one then the other. Okay, so here's what I have been doing the last couple of days. I recently was able to craft myself a mini multi-tool. See, I keep saying that wrong. A multi-tool, and I wanted to level it up. I also just wanted to farm for a Beloved to be able to craft Beloved. So I was like, what's the best way of doing this? What I ended up doing was I used playlist activities to get my vestiges, because that's how you get vestiges. I noticed it is also double points week for Gambit, which I'm trying to guild my Dredgen, because I don't know, I guess if on the off chance I equip it, I want to show off I've done it and hated myself 5 times in the last year and a half. All right, so that's been the goal. And so I realized, hey, I can level up my multi-tool by completing matches and getting kills and stuff in Gambit, and at the same time, I'm getting vestiges for completing those matches, and I'm able to work towards, so I got leveling up the dredging. So we got leveling up the weapon, getting the dredging gilded done, and getting vestiges. That's 3 things I'm doing in one activity, right? Because we're all about maximum efficiency here. I don't have all day, most of the time at least, to stream and create all this stuff and to get everything possible. I gotta do things quick. So that's one way you can get 3 things done at the same time. Once you hit 2,500 vestiges, and you can see them in your inventory, it's like a red little symbol in a blue box. Then you go up to containment, and you just have to do 5 or so the containments in order to use all of those vestiges before you farm them out again. And while you're doing containment, put on that crafted weapon, so then you're able to level it up while you're doing the containment by getting kills and completing the activity, as well as you're able to actually farm for that umbral stuff to get the weapon you're hoping for. So you're doing 2 things with kind of like an indirect third, right? Because you have to do the activity to get the energy to do the engrams, so it's kind of like a third. And while you're doing both of these containments and then whatever playlist activity, because say you're trying to do your Unbroken, well then play lots of PvP and you'll be able to do all 3 at the same time, or strikes, whatever the case is. It doesn't have to just be on Gambit. So you are able to get the umbral engrams to drop, because you have to have umbral engrams to decode with that opulent energy. So hopefully that all makes sense. This is kind of like my massive farm thing. I was able to get down a couple of red bars. I was able to craft a multi-tool and beloved within the period of like when I was actually trying to find the stuff for them, within a few hours of each one. So if you're able to pull it off, that'd be great. Some little tips for making the containment a little bit faster is, the first thing is you don't have to just play whatever activities you load into. Sometimes I would load into the containment zone. I would pick the one, that where it's like, hey, like we're loading you into a containment activity that's about to go. It's just called containment. The other one's Castellium. I'd load in. If there was like 1 or 2 people there and an activity wasn't already started, I would just reload in and just do that until I got into an area where there was at least a handful of people in an activity that was either going, or I was like, if I start this, there's enough of us, this is going to go kind of quick. Because a lot of the things with the containment event are just how many ads you kill. So the faster you kill them, well, then you'll progress faster through that part, and you'll just get through the different things really quick, and eventually the boss will just be done in like 5 minutes. Like, that's not that bad. But if you start off doing it by yourself, it might take more like 10 minutes, because maybe every one of those little parts of each wave takes you closer to the max time, right? And so that's just one way to speed up doing the containment part. There's not much of a way to speed up really anything else, but you're able to do a couple of things at the same time, so hopefully this helps you guys out. Really appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Let me know if you have your own containment red bar farms. This is just what works the best for me. I'm not even sure if everybody else would be like, oh yes, we all agree, we concur, church. This is like the best way to do it. This is just what I think is the best. This is what's the most fun for me. I do not like public events. I just find them boring. I really only have the most fun when I'm doing things like Grandmasters and like maybe solo dungeons, stuff like that, or just flying through things. That's what's a lot of fun for me. Mindlessly killing lots of ads over and over, not so much fun. So I wanted to find ways to do the least amount of work with the most amount of reward, and this is what I came up with. So if this helped you out, let me know down below. Comment your own strategies, as well as like my video and subscribe, y'all. I'm gonna try to upload here more frequently. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Have a great week and happy grinding, y'all.